All right, Jesus. How are you, folks? I'm getting crackling. Am I too loud, or is it? Anyways, how's it going? Right there, beautiful. Welcome to. I like this shot. Is this what camera is this? I like that better than. Can we do that the majority of the show? Because I'm watching the close-up camera one, and you can't see any of the fucking backdrop, which I spent almost $80 on. I mean, come on, seriously. Can we do that, Jace? I don't know. I kind of like that. How are you, folks? Patreon members, good to see you coming to you live.
We'll do it live.
On a dirty Tuesday.
No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Yeah, it's every meeting we have.
I want all of you to enjoy your cake. So, enjoy.
What's going on? I just did a show, the Jesse Lee Peterson show. He's like a black conservative guy, 70 years old. And he's funny, and he's got a big following on the internet. And just did his show, which, so look for that. I guess we'll put it out there, too, won't we? Clips or something? Jason's like, yeah, now that you're asking. But I think it was great, because when you're a black guy that leans right in his politics, he takes a lot of guff. I used to see him on Fox News Channel all the time, and we were doing the interview. It was going very good. Then he goes to me, you played for the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? And this is how I know I wasn't quite awake. I should have ran with that and said, yes, I just retired 2 years ago. First ballot Hall of Fame inductee, and I have CTE. And I said, weren't you on the Smothers Brothers? We could have really fucking, but no. Anyhow, what's going on? The same horse shit. I'll get to Antonio Brown and all kinds of stuff. I can't hear the phrase women empowerment one more time. Monopoly's got a new game out. It's a feminist version where the women make more. What do you girls at about, what, a fifth grade? I'm talking feminists, not most women. You had about a fifth grade emotional level? Ooh, we're going to make the game. We'll get into that. And the phrase, hey, you guys, is apparently offensive. Some young black girl, I'm doing like a 3-minute video on why we shouldn't say that. And I'm so tired. If I could shoot myself in the mouth tonight, I would. I'm just tired of this whole shit. That would make a lot of people happy. What's going on? Oh, the media is still bum-fucking Trump. You don't hear that much on Hannity, do you? Negative Trump coverage dominated evening newscasts all summer long, according to a study. And anybody surprised by that?
You are fake news. Sir.
The conservative, they put conservative Media Research Center analyzed evening newscasts on 3 networks from June 1st through August 31st of this summer. 838 minutes were spent on Trump, while the most covered Democratic challenger was former Vice President Joe, I don't know where the fuck I am, Biden. He received 74 minutes. And the airtime devoted to Trump was 11 times, get this, 11 times greater than that spent on the leading Democratic candidate. Now, you're probably saying, if any of you lefty jerk-offs, and I know you're not watching this, he's in my Patreon page, you're going, whoa, see that? They're covering Trump more than, yeah, but 90% of it was negative. And this is ABC, CBS, NBC, all the fucking usual suspects, okay? All that coverage and 90% of it negative, and the guy is still winning. While Biden topped all 2020 hopefuls in the evening newscast, Kamala Harris received, boy, she's a cold fish, isn't she? She's just a fucking angry bitch. Good looking. What's she so pissed about? Received 30 minutes. Pete Buttigieg, when he wasn't licking somebody's ass, was covered for 15 minutes. And then titless Elizabeth Warren was covered for 14 minutes. Bernie Sanders was covered for only 10 minutes, followed by Beto O'Rourke, 8 minutes, and Cory Booker got 7 minutes. Proving that the whole country's racist. The black guy got 7 minutes. Listen to this. The noise, that's the people who do this, they found that nearly 14 hours of coverage devoted to Trump was mostly negative.
Could I grab this microphone and I beat your brains out with it because that's what she deserves. That's what she deserves.
Overall, 21 Democrat candidates shared 187 minutes of evening news airtime this summer, less than 1/4 of that of Trump. Clearly, this heavy coverage is not intended to boost Trump. Overall, the spin of his coverage during these 3 months was 90% negative. 90% negative. Do you understand? People still get their news from television. Do you understand? Until we break this cycle of mainstream media liberal bias, that's what they should be focusing on. I don't know how you do that, you know, death threats at CNN. I don't know what you do. You know, fucking kidnap Wolf Blitz's fucking parakeet. But they have the blowhorn. And this is why Democrat, and I've said this a million times, if the mainstream media did not lean left, they wouldn't even be in any of these races. It would be Republicans every year in the White House. Because they're so fucking stupid. And they are. You saw the CNN climate change thing. They are crazy. You say, well, how do you get to this negative? What do you call negative coverage? They say negative coverage is defined by tallying all explicitly evaluative statements about the president or his administration from either reporters, anchors, or nonpartisan sources, such as experts or voters. And much of the nearly 14 hours of Trump coverage was focused on alleged scandals and accusations of racism. That race card, do you understand? They made a decision 40 years ago. This is our way back in. This is how we're going to gain power eventually. Race, race, race. Label any Republican, any prominent right-wing politician racist. And just when I think it couldn't get any worse, they have their foot on the pedal as far as playing the race card. Alleged scandals and accusations of racism and the time period analyzed featured 82 minutes on the Russia investigation alone across. This is this summer, after all this was solved, for Christ's sake. ABC, NBC, and CBS Evening Newscasts with significant time spent on other negative stories, too. Oh, my God, they're so corrupt. He doesn't pick on the media enough. How about that?
You stupid fucking blabbermouth cunt!
Wait a minute, I hit the wrong button. I just called myself a blabbermouth cunt. This is what I...
Sisters cunt!
Here we go. 2 cunts in one. That's the type of stuff that'll keep me in a garage doing the show. Network reporters seemed especially interested in topics they claimed showed the president displaying racial insensitivity, spending nearly 74 minutes on Trump's feud with the far-left squad. What is going on? Is that a plane or are they drilling?
That sounds like some dickhead with a motorcycle.
Yeah, you're right. One of those little rice burners. Sounds like my wife's vibrator. Back to the show. 74 minutes in Trump's feud with the far-left squad. That would be, you know, the ugly 4 girls, whoresmen of the Democratic congressman. Anyway, this, can you imagine? Can you imagine at this, he's been in office almost 3 years now, and they're still lying about him day after day. And I'm sick of hearing about how many lies Trump, I love how we didn't, hey, where's that wide shot I asked for? Thank you. Leave it there, Jason. God damn it. Did you ever listen to your father when he spoke to you?
Look, shot variety is important.
What?
It had been on the wide shot for a while.
Yeah, leave the fucker on the fucker. I don't. When's the close-up important?
Well, when you're making a profound point and looking at the people.
Yeah, who taught you that, Jay? Stick to my fucking... The guy who set this all up? Anyhow, listen to this. They also pointed out Trump immediately dominated network news. This is 2015 when he decided to run. He immediately dominated the network news coverage with 232 minutes of airtime after announcing his run against the thick-ankle dogface, which was double what... Why is that cracking every time I speak? Come on, let's get this shit straight, man. What Hillary Clinton received over the same time. Right there. Don't go too far with it. Is he touching it? Fucking the hippie? Now you're in charge?
Now.
The guy shows up once a month. Now he's doing the sound? Fucking A. All right. Anyways, in retrospect, it seems like the network's incessant pounding of Trump in 2015 actually aided his candidacy, with other candidates shoved to the sidelines as journalists jumped into the fray themselves. Will the anti-Trump media's attempt to kill his re-election campaign with massive and poisonous press coverage again boomerang? Oh, you God, it doesn't even have to. Here's what you guys are forgetting. He has all this ammunition about the coup, the silent coup, which is Devin Nunes is getting to the bottom to as we speak. Do you understand? Do you understand? It goes all the way up to Obama, and they're going to release that. They're going to let it drip out during At least that's my plan. So I keep calling the White House. Nobody's picking up. But that would be the plan. So you can do all the lying you want, and he still won, is the point. You lied in 2015 about him, but it's unbelievable. Let's stay on the media and its left-wing slant. One American News Network, which I don't get down here. Is that on Hargray anyway? They had the hottest anchor woman you've ever seen. It's like the fucking Florida State cheerleaders reading the news to you. Anyways, they're real right-wing. Trump loves them. They filed a $10 million defamation lawsuit Monday against MSNBC's Rachel Maddow, pictured here. She looks better than ever, Rachel. There you go. That's actually the best picture they ever have of her. She's a piece of ass, isn't she? OANN is suing Maddow, MSNBC, Comcast Corporation, NBC Universal for defamation, alleging Maddow, and this is in quotes, maliciously and recklessly went after the network by suggesting it is a Russian state propaganda. We're still listening to this fucking he-she. Nick, that's not. You don't have to bring that up. Yeah, I do. She wants a dick so bad. I don't mean in her, on her. Big difference. It's a dangerous situation. She's suggesting the network's a Russian state propaganda outlet. The complaint reads, according to the law and crime, Maddow said that OANN really, literally, is Russian propaganda. She said that on the Rachel Maddow show in July. Is when she said that, and she's just I don't like her.
You stupid fucking blabbermouth cunt!
Yeah, that was in the right spot. Maddow's comment was based on the Daily Beast article stating OANN's One American News Christian Ruiz, pictured here, is a Russian national on the payroll of the Kremlin's official propaganda outlet. I hope you have something to back that up. She does look Russian, though. And that's the ugliest woman you'll see on that network, by the way. 5'11", blonde. Nick, that's misogynistic. I know, I'm keeping it alive. You guys bring sexy back, I'm bringing back fucking misogyny. It's my new hit. I'll be dropping that joint in a month. They say, so Maddow is saying, because saying this is, they're on, that this broad is on the Russian national payroll, Kremlin's official propaganda outlet. One American News demanded retraction from the Daily Beast reporter and Maddow on the 29th. They said this is vile, sensationalistic reporting. Skip Miller said that, the lawyer for One American News. These defamatory statements must be retracted immediately. One American News Network has no connection to the Russian government or any other government, no connection whatsoever, financial or otherwise. Comcast is being sued for refusing to carry. Now we're getting to the meat of the One American News as part of its cable program. And the theory is, you know why they won't carry it? Because it's very conservative, and it's going to go against the liberal politics and constant lying of MSNBC. They don't want anybody on there, on there. That's fucking unbelievable. So this bias goes to people who run cable companies. So don't tell me the FBI and people go to work and they put their bias aside. It's a total nonsense. The lawsuit also alleges that Maddow and the other defendants knew her comment was false. It suggests the statement was intentionally made to hurt One American News because of the network's conservative views. Rachel Maddow's a little fucking witch.
Liar, whore, and you know it.
What's a male witch? One American News lawyers gave Maddow and the Daily Beast until August 15th to retract its statements, according to the cease and desist request on the 29th of July. One America is wholly owned, this is somebody speaking for them, operated and financed by the Herring family in San Diego. See that? They're as American as apple pie, baseball, steroids, transgender, and Chevrolet. This is a false and malicious libel, and they're going to have to answer for it in a court of law. Well, let's see. Again, they're liberals, and they never have to answer in the court of law. Can you imagine? She probably looked at the ratings, and then she looked at the anchor woman, and she's just furious. You have something to say there, general manager of the local Midas Muffler Company?
A male witch is a warlock.
Is that true?
That's true.
All right. Glad you stopped the show for that. Fucking. A warlock? You know who would know that? Patton Oswalt and all the fucking nerds that follow him. He's funny as hell. He's a great writer and shit, but Listening to Patton Oswalt, his stand-up's great, but you know, it's like listening to Dennis Miller when he used to do all those fucking references, those esoteric things that fly over your head, and or listening to George Lopez when he does Spanglish, half his jokes are in Spanish. That's how it is listening to Patton Oswalt. He'll bring up these references to fucking Fortnite and dragons and all the shit that guys like him who couldn't get pussy, you know. He'll fucking do 3 LARPing references in a joke, and I got my little nerd, what do you call it, book out? Book of nerd phrases. And anyways, I digress. But the point is, I'm woke. I'm fucking woke. I am woke. I said that on stage during my special. I'm on the right. We can be woke, too. Woke was started by the Black Lives Matter thing, and it means you're aware of the social injustices that's being woke in. See, us on the right has a different meaning. To be woke is to be aware that the lib media has been fucking us in the ass for the last 40 years, and there's a double standard, and that's what it is to be woke. Who's with me, fellas? I'll tell you who's woke. This fucking crazy Giants fan who is furious that my New England Patriots picked up Antonio Brown. By the way, Antonio Brown has had the best numbers of any receiver in the history of the NFL in the last 6 seasons. Just what Brady needs, huh? You goddamn right. Because we always did it, little white guys, fucking Wes Welker, and you know what? Now he's got some fucking... Look what we did to the Steelers. Antonio didn't even play. Oh, goodness. My God. And here's me. I fucking Antonio Brown, he's on the Steelers. I go, I hate this. He's everything that's wrong with pro sports. He's an asshole, draws attention to himself, always fucking whining. It's all about money, and he just, whatever. And then he went to the Raiders, and I'm like, see? He's just a disruptive asshole. What? The Patriots signed them? Where do I jerk off? Which room? Yeah. So, but some people are pissed, and who am I talking about? Particularly, a New York Giants fan was so angry about the Patriots signing Brown, he allegedly issued a threat on Facebook, he black, by the way, to shoot up random people at Gillette Stadium.
There's something wrong with the black man's mind. There's something wrong with his mind.
Tobias Gray was arrested at his home in East Providence, Rhode Island on Sunday. Handcuffed, he wore a Giants jersey and jacket during a court appearance in Providence Monday on unrelated assault charges. Unrelated to this. The 44-year-old was charged with simple and domestic assault and threatening a police officer. I think we have the story. Let's watch it.
The man's attorney tells us that he didn't mean the Facebook post as a threat, adding that he's a Giants fan who's upset that the Patriots will be that much better with Antonio Brown. Tobias Gray sported a Giants jersey before a Providence judge this morning. The 44-year-old faces charges there for simple and domestic assault and threatening police officers at the time of his arrest.
He's always arguing with his girlfriend, always fighting out here, always going crazy, but I never thought he would do that.
Pause. Great. You just listed 8 things of behavior that would tell you shouldn't be surprised when he did that. He used to kill his dog, stab his mother in the face, throw gas on his kids. I can't believe he done it. She used to argue, he fighting. That's how I talked before I moved to New York. Yeah, arguing, black fella. That was Camara. That was the last name. Was it Lucy? God bless her. Working class, Providence. Love those people. So keep going. Let's watch more of the story.
His neighbors saw him being taken out of his home in handcuffs.
They just went in and got him.
Pause. Let's find the oldest transvestite we can in the neighborhood. This is another thing, and I'm not shitting you. You guys can call me crazy, DiPaolo theories. Anytime there's a story, they go find I don't care what it's about, bird watching. Seriously. If there's an emergency, somebody was shooting at the firemen, they'll find the gay fireman. I'm fucking dead serious. Okay? Now, I think this is a woman. It's either that or Ray Patriarca, who used to run the mob in Providence. But let's hear what Bill has to say.
What they didn't know, police in Massachusetts had a hold of one of his Facebook posts.
Oh, dear. Well, that's an awful scary. It's an awful thing to say. I don't know. I'm surprised. I'm surprised at him.
In the now deleted post.
Another idiot. If you're a neighbor and the other neighbor heard him acting crazy and fighting all the time, are you surprised? If you see something, say something. Like what? Well, if you see a black guy in a Giant shirt stabbing a fucking Tom Brady doll in the middle of the street on Sunday, say something. I was surprised. I mean, once in a while he had blood on his pajamas and saw him running naked with an axe. But I was surprised that he'd put something like this on. Go ahead. He says, read. I'm going to point out another liberal thing in this report. Go ahead.
Post from Gray's Facebook. It read in part, "You might as well hand them the ring now. If I ever get my hands on a gun, which I don't have one yet, but I'm looking, I will go shoot random people at Foxborough."
Pause. You see where she started this statement? Do you see where she's giving you a little lesson in liberal dog shit 101? What are we, next to a fucking helicopter company? Jesus Christ, it's like the set of MASH in here today. Look, you see where she started? You might as well just hand them the ring right now, right? Look what precedes that, though. I'm going to pull a white boy school shooting at Foxborough. This is, again, I was just talking about this with Jesse Lee Peterson, white people being so afraid of race, and especially the media, to portray a black guy as even a little race. That is, that would be a hate crime if he gets convicted. Like white boys. I'm going to shoot us like a white boy shooting up a school. They don't even have the nerve to read it on the local report. This is shit you guys, I know you don't see, but I do. Why? Because I have 23 hours to come up with this shit. She starts under that sentence because that would imply he might be racist. We can't have that on the local news in Providence or anywhere else in the country. Go ahead.
His attorney tells us
Look
he
at her.
was just venting.
He didn't really get into why. He's a Giants fan, apparently.
His family
Wow, she seems really nervous. Oh, he didn't mean it as a threat, but see, it still is a fucking threat. That's what every nut who shot up a school or a mass shooting would say. Well, I didn't mean it at the time. You hear her? Oh, yeah. She graduated from a junior college, probably in Buffalo. Got a fucking 2.8. Now she's a lawyer. Yeah, he didn't mean it. He's just fucking crazy. Now, here's a part me and Jason laughed at. This is what the family, how they replied when reporters wanted to talk to him.
Blind comment. In the report from the Foxborough Police Department, it was discovered there were pictures of Gray holding guns on his Facebook, too, raising the bar of concern for police and those who have been living next to Gray all along.
It's very serious. He shouldn't have did that.
Can anybody conjugate a fucking verb? Black, white, Hispanic? Can anybody conjugate? He shouldn't have did that. I'm going to finish my 4th pack of Coles and finish this fucking meat lasagna I'm making, but he shouldn't have did that. Really? He shouldn't have put pictures of himself on Facebook with guns and threatened to shoot up people? Nah, I don't think he should have did that. Oh, how'd I go out on a limb? Why are you in a bra at fucking 2 o'clock on a Monday? God bless you, honey. But, see, you see how they avoided the whole race thing there? Boy, did that fucking infuriate me. But that guy, I mean, come on.
You're fucking crazy.
Yes, he is. A judge in Providence called Gray's record extensive. In the report from Foxborough Police Department, it was discovered there were pictures of Gray holding guns on Facebook. Gray is being held under the charges in Foxborough until they are resolved. He's charged with a fugitive of justice complaint for making terroristic threats in Massachusetts. But some liberal judge will go, no, he just needs to get to a psychiatrist or a shrink, and then he'll shoot up Section G on Thanksgiving, and everybody be surprised. This guy's got more fucking red flags up there than a Chinese parade, for the love of fuck. I don't know if that made any sense at all. I have no idea what color the Chinese. I think it's red and yellow. I don't know. What's scary about that guy is he's totally insane. The fact that he put that up there thinking like he wouldn't get called on it. You know what I mean? That's how nuts he is. Puts that up there, and he takes pictures of. And they said the cops had the pictures of him with the guns on, but he, so I don't know. I would not put a Patriots bumper sticker on if I'm living within 2 miles of this fucking neighborhood. Let's stay on the NFL because it provides us with 90% of our entertainment in this country. Odell Beckham wears a pricey Richard Mille watch in Brown's debut, which is important because it's like they said in, I don't know, whatever movie, but they said it's more important the black athletes to say it's to look good than to play good. Guy's wearing like a $200,000 watch in a game. Odell. Now, Rich himself, he wears like a, how much is that tie, Rich?
$300.
It's not a $300. You didn't pay $300 for it, right?
Saxford Avenue.
But you didn't pay $300 for it, did you?
Yeah, I did.
You're a fucking
In Miami.
moron. You're a fucking moron. You paid $300. You know how many people know there's a $300 tie? One, and he died. His name was George Steinbrenner. But he's an individual, you know. Odell Beckham's an individual. He wants to be as separate from everybody else. Look at me. I'm original.
Independent.
It retails for 6 figures. He probably didn't want to leave it in his SUV because, you know, some white guy's going to bust into it and take it. The model Beckham is wearing is an RM11-03. I couldn't afford that. I have the RM11-01, which costs $85. Bought it off a Nigerian in Times Square 4 years ago. I wasn't even out of Times Square. I stopped keeping time, and I went back, and he was gone. That watch is between $190,000 and $350,000. Beckham had 7 receptions for 71 yards. I wanted to do math on how many dollars the watch, but I couldn't do it. That would take effort and fun. Anyways, they have a problem with it because it's hard. They say it's a hard piece of jewelry, as opposed to the helmets, which you could run through a cement wall with. And it'd be funny, though, if he caught a touchdown. You know, he's running down the field, and he's looking at his watch, timing himself. And I don't want to say the term for that. You know what's scary? This guy's black, but he's really black on the arm he wears his watch on. I can't tell which one's a... They got smoked by the Titans, by the way. He's the great savior. Imagine the Patriots go after him. You know what the NFL's turning into, though, right? And I said this about the NBA. I noticed about 4 years ago. Again, I'm usually 4 years ahead of everybody. I noticed how the NBA players, the inmates are running the asylum. They decide where they're going to get traded to, and they call up their buddies, you know. And LeBron's got a place in Miami, and they go down there for the summer and hang out, and you got to come play for us. And then they squeeze the owners, and that's what the NBA's turning, and now the NFL's turning into that. Have you picked up on that pattern, Rich? Anything?
Well, when this guy gets CTE and then he complains that he has no health insurance from the NFL, I don't just show him that picture. Who gives a shit? If he's spending that much money on a watch, it's probably gonna get broken.
Oh, I get your point. Then he has no money and he's broke. But you know what? They get paid so much now that those guys can't use that as a fucking. But Antonio Brown was fighting about that helmet, you know, and
that watch is like $5 to them.
To them, exactly. So your point is moot. Anyways, I $300 tie over there. How much money do you make fucking hooking up Wi-Fi for people?
It's pronounced Wi-Fi.
You work for a gay company now? Speaking of that, like in this next story, Feminist Monopoly, they list a bunch of inventions, and it's implying that women actually came up with them. Are they being silly in this? You guys tell me, but one of them is Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi. Oh, my God. Women will get more money in new feminist Monopoly game. I am so fucking tired. New feminist Monopoly game. For the love of Christ.
My vagina's angry. It is. It's pissed off.
Well, then, I was going to reference a Monopoly thing. Fucking buy, what's one of the properties, Jason?
Parks Place.
There you go. Parks Place? Is that where you get your tie, Rich? Hasbro is debuting a new version of the iconic board game to celebrate female empowerment. What are we celebrating? You have a vagina and tits? Jesus H. With women players able to make more money than men for the first time. Well, good. Let's keep it to board games. They're coming out with a new thing of Parcheesi, where if you're a man and you lose, they get to shoot you. I'm going to come out with a sexist version of Monopoly. It's just a fucking ironing board. They already have the iron, right? Isn't that iron, fucking little clothes basket, fucking panini maker.
Go directly to menopause.
Go directly to menopause. That just fucking sucked the life out of my joke. Go directly to... Bet you were all excited about sitting on that one, Rich, last night, huh? Ooh, wait till I throw this one in.
I was.
Go directly to menopause. Oh, my God. I feel bad for Rich. As well as enabling female players to earn more money. Ms. Monopoly also marks the first time in the game's history when a woman could actually beat a guy in Monopoly. What? I always hated Monopoly. Fucking always hated it. Then again, I was a 2.4 business administration student, and my instincts were perfect when I was 10. I'd flip the board the minute I. There's going to be a new mascot featured on the cover of the game. It's going to be a girl eating some other girl's shrub. Ms. Monopoly is a fun new take on the game that creates a world where women have an advantage often enjoyed by men. Another fucking lie. Yeah, we're bigger and stronger. And as long as we are, nothing's going to change. Who's that on the cover, by the way? Julie Dreyfus? In this version of the game, women will collect, listen to this, $240 Monopoly dollars when they pass go, while men will collect the usual $200. But the pay gap begins before players even make a move on the board, with banker doling out $1,900 to the broads and $1,500 to each male player. This is beautiful. This exposes them. This is what they consider equality, the feminists. Seriously, this is when they'll say finally things are equal. When we get paid more than you guys for nothing, for no reason other than that we have tits. That's what they're shooting for. Same with the civil rights movement. Until white people are being whipped and in chains, we will not have equality. That's what they're shooting for, in my opinion. But I'm so tired of it. They're talking like it's 1966 and women are still barefoot in the kitchen and pregnant. It's the biggest fucking con job. And it's engulfing our society, whether it's movie roles. You guys don't even know you're being brainwashed. Movie roles, commercials. Those progressive commercials with, what's the broad's name? Flo. There's a hatred for men, white men. Just, you should run the last 3 years of those commercials. Just fucking hateful. George Soros, by the way, has money in that company. You guys have been inundated. Some people are so brainwashed. I'm watching, we did a story a few weeks ago where they're taking down pictures at a college campus. It was a wall covered with the guys who won Nobel Prizes from that school and other awards and great scientists. And Rachel Maddow noticed that they were all white male guys, so they have removed those. And then some jerk on Twitter, one of my followers, dude, why do you even care? That's their response. So people, there's dummies like who soak this shit in and just, why do I even care? Oh, I don't know, because the Nazis did that before they took over. ISIS does it now. They fucking, That's why. Why you don't care is the question, moron. I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm sure you're a nice fella. Then, instead of investing in real estate properties like they would in the classic game, players will invest in inventions and innovations created by women, including bulletproof vests. Now, no, are these real? Did women come up with some of this shit? I mean, these are very arbitrary for solar heating. I believe that one because the broads are always freezing. Chocolate chip cookies, absolutely, they're in the kitchen. In a tweet posted by the company, they introduced Ms. Monopoly as a self-made investment guru who happens to be Mr. Monopoly's niece. Are they going to have him banging the niece or no? But before saying it was about time a game celebrated women trailblazers. I can't. Yeah, Google. Somebody Google. Tell me if the.
I have a verdict on the bulletproof vest.
Is it a woman?
No. It is Casimir Zeglin.
Oh yeah, Kazi Zeglin.
He's a Polish engineer and is very much a man.
All right. A video posted alongside the tweet explained how women hold just 10% of all patented inventions, a fact that, fortunately, most young girls are unaware of. Again, this is the way our society evolved. You're going to tell me that there was a conscious effort to not let women invent shit. Is that what you're telling me? Bullshit. Baloney. Why does my thing keep cracking? Huh?
Because the output on our computer is lower, but it's
Can't
higher
we
on the
sync them
mixer.
up so I don't have to hear cracking every time like it was for a year, Jason? What have we... I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying.
We had to adjust it for the Skype call earlier.
Yeah, that was over, what, an hour ago? So can we adjust it back? I should be able to scream into this without it fucking cracking. Right? Right.
It's not cracking on the output.
I don't give a fuck. It's cracking in my headphone, you fucking weed smoker. Have you been following the vape stories, Deke? You and I will be dead by Tuesday. With any luck.
Here's hoping.
I know. Listen to this. Here we go. You know how this came about? Somebody put out a socialist monopoly. Laughing because you didn't read the story, but that's how this came about. The feminist said, oh, yeah, we'll answer that back because somebody was being flippant about that. But that's total horseshit, by the way, the pay gap. And I'm not going to say this one more time. They keep fucking, again, another lie they keep saying. When you take into all the factors, amount of work experience, education, you take in whether it's a dangerous job or not, women come out a little better. And you take in all the factors. But if you just compare without those variants, they're about a dime short. Yes, Rich?
Wi-Fi was invented by 5 white guys.
Okay, who were they? Take your time, fuckface. It's not like it's a live show or anything.
John O'Sullivan.
John O'Sullivan, for Christ's sake, he wrote music, didn't he?
Terrence Purvisal.
Yep.
Dilithium Ostry. That's probably an Indian. John Dean and Graham Daniels.
John
But
Dean
they're
of the
all from-
Nixon?
They're all from Australia.
Seriously. Does Al Gore know that these guys exist? Al Gore's watching this. He just fell over in his recliner. It's bullshit. He's like Bernie Sanders. I invented the wire. Anything great that's been invented on this planet happened from a white guy. And until you girls are all right with that, tough shit. Sorry. Bigger brains, too, physically. That doesn't go for me. Every girl I went to high school was smarter than me in college, but I'm just saying. I have CTE. They don't even know what it is, but I had fucking 5 concussions up at Maine. I'll be in a diaper in a few weeks. To counteract this, Hasbro is celebrating the achievements of 3 young female inventors. These are real inventors. 13-year-old, Jesus Christ, are there any Susie and Janes left? Jittery Rayo from Denver. Sophie Wang, yummy, yummy. She was a porn star in South Korea. She's 16 from Connecticut. Ava Canny, also 16 from Ireland. The company gifted all 3 teenagers a first edition version of the game, as well as over $20,000 in real, not Monopoly money, to help their creations get off. You should have gave Monopoly money. That way they'll experience the inequality. That should have been the article. And they gave 3 young boys real cash. Never got Monopoly, you know. Despite campaigns by women's rights groups to close the gender pay gap, here come the lies, folks. The latest figures found the gap has actually widened in favor of men in the past year, with 78% of the biggest companies in Britain reporting a gap which favors men. Total fucking lie. Like I said, if you take into... I've done studies. I took a job as a female cab driver, and I worked for Mrs. Chips at the airport, the cookie woman. I was her sous chef, and Ms. Monopoly goes on sale this month for all your kids, young girls who have 5 o'clock shadows and no tits. Ms. Monopoly goes on sale this month at a major national retailers for $19.99, but will be available to pre-order from Walmart just for girls. No. Boy, could the hatred of men get any deeper. Honest to God. This is the biggest case of penis envy this country has ever seen. Boy, I could use some coffee. Rich, you're not doing anything other than acting as a coat rack for that $300 tie.
I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for Blackopoly to come out.
Blackopoly? Yeah. Blackopoly. Blackopoly. They're going to call it Cherio. Go to jail. Again? See how you set me up and I knocked that one foul? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, go to nickdip.com for my dates. Thursday, September 26th, not far away. I'll be at Wise Guys Comedy Club in Salt Lake City, Utah. Then the next 2 nights right after that, Friday and Saturday, September 27, 28, the Comedy Works in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's my manager's new room. Can't wait. Thursday, October 10th, Levity Live, Nyack, New York. Friday, October 11th, the Strand Theater in Seymour, Connecticut. Friday, November 15th, the Cortland Repertory Theater, Cortland, New York. Saturday, November 16th, the Comedy Works in Saratoga Springs, New York. And then on New Year's Eve, the Tarrytown Music Hall, Tarrytown, New York. And then in 2020, shouldn't we have new dates up by now? I've been saying the same fucking date forever. They have to be on sale. Somebody look into this shit. 2020, Friday, January 24th, the Ridgefield Playhouse, Ridgefield, Connecticut. Saturday, February 15th, the Kelsey Theater, Lake Park, Florida. And we have some dates in Georgia. We're working on from, I don't know what month. I forget. It's in my book. And the state of Maine. It's good routing. I'll be in Atlanta, and the next night flying to Bangor on a fucking private helicopter. God help me. Well, if feminist monopoly wasn't enough in the culture wars, how about America's first gay credit union? Jesus Christ. Have you divided us enough? This is the left, by the way, okay? Are you happy now? Gay people have to have their own place to bank. What do you get when you open a checking account? You get a toaster now? What do you get, a big fucking black dildo? A fucking Cuisinart? Jesus Christ. Where are we at as a society, man?
Fucking quiz!
Hey! I don't like that type of talk. I don't allow that in here. My iPad has no problem with it. The question asks, do lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people need a bank of their own?
No! No, 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 no!
That's the answer. Michigan on Monday approved a charter for the new financial institution designed for LGBT customers, clearing the way for online service to begin in early 2020. If you don't mind watching people blow each other while you're trying to cash a check, that's one bank line I'm going to say to the guy behind me. You're getting a little close, dude. What the fuck? Suburbia Credit Union will offer products which are often outside the scope of more traditional lender, such as loans for transgender people in the process of transitioning. Do you see what they're doing? They're taking a page out of the civil rights movement. Now they're claiming they can't get loans because of their... I'm not buying any of it. You're full of shit. Not buying any of it. Maybe an Alabama bank where the guy's got a sheriff's hat on. He might have a problem with a couple of gay fellas wanting to remodel the kitchen for the 5th time in 2 weeks. That's not fair. I've done that. Such as loans for transgender people in the process of transitioning. Hi, I'd like a loan. I need my dick chopped off by next Thursday. Well, how much are you asking for? Well, it's like $4,000. Well, you're putting up a collateral. Oh, I don't know. These cock rings that my grandfather handed down to me. People in the process, my founder of New York-based Superbia, which created the credit. Again, can I ask a question? So isn't this how business used to work? You'd go for the biggest market? Huh? 5% transgender? How about a half of 1%? Seriously. But we need a niche for them to get money. Fucking seriously. Really? Does anybody question anything anymore? No, Nick. Just keep your mouth shut. We're all good people. A guy says, I can walk into a bank or credit union and apply for a loan or credit card or savings accounts, and frankly, no problem, said Myers, as he put on his lipstick and pumps and ran into the Sunoco station. If I walk into the same institution with my husband, we can come across different responses and welcome. That makes no sense. What? What does that mean? Who wrote this? And this is where it all starts to change our community. Because when I walk into the bank with my husband and we need cash, people just they don't want to service anymore.
I suck cock.
Okay,
and
you're
I
approved.
love it. Yummy, 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 yummy.
Large swaths of corporate America now advertise their support for LGBT rights. God, Chappelle, you're so right. And hundreds of companies have signed on to support federal and state laws to give equal protection to the community. Another word that keeps popping up, community, community, community. A majority of Americans say this, they support gay marriage. Yeah, we've been saying that for about 10 years now. Okay? They're just taking a page out of the civil rights playbook. That's all they're doing. If banks were constantly turning down gay people, trans, whatever, for loans, you'd be hearing about it around the clock. Rachel Maddow would be wearing a sandwich board in front of Wells Fargo. But it's still legal to discriminate against LGBT communities, consumers in most U.S. states, and research shows that gay couples face hurdles in banking regardless of geography. Yeah, I like to see them. Same-sex couples are less likely to be approved for a loan, for example, and when they are, they pay more for the financing. And I say that's
but it's all lies.
There's a financial incentive to target LGBT customers more directly when offering bank services. The combined buying power of the U.S. lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender adult population was estimated $987 billion in 2017. So doesn't that go against everything? They have that kind of buying power. Where are they getting the money to? Where are you getting the money to fucking buy? I'm assuming that's including big purchases, big ticket items. Couldn't have all been fucking, Calvin Klein underwear and silly hats. Or could it? Go ahead, Jason.
Or $300 ties.
$300. There you go. A nice zing coming your way.
Are they going to call the bank Bun Trust?
Say that again, Rich.
Are they going to call the bank Bun Trust?
Why Bun Trust, Rich?
Because gay men like buns.
But is there a bank that actually sounds like the word buns?
SunTrust.
Yeah, great. He picks the one bank that's in 3 states. Nobody knows him. You couldn't have gone with Wells Fargo or fucking J.P. Morgan Chase.
Rhyme with bun.
Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo. Oh, my God. I've unleashed a monster of unfunny. Bun Trust. Jason, your thoughts on that joke by Stupid?
I am now dumber.
Speak up, will you? What are you, 12-year-old girl? Jesus, fuck.
Never mind.
There you go. Thank you. That's how you talk. Come out of your fucking shell before I knock you out of it. Jesus. I need your help defending this guy. And, well, it's kind of funny. I'm not sure. Hey, is your buddy down here yet?
Yeah, he made it down.
He did? Mm-hmm. What's he doing? Is he home doing the dishes right
He
now?
actually found a job yesterday as a chauffeur for a middle-aged Canadian doctor who is hard of hearing.
I warned him it might be
I wasn't talking to you. Jason, back to you. Anyways, here we go. Hey, guys. Don't ever say that again. I don't even have a story for it. It's just a black chick put out this, you know how language, they control the language, the left, and you can't say this anymore, and it's not policeman, it's police twat, and it's not spokesman, it's spokes goo gobbling jerk off. Well, here's one for you. She, here's the video. It's about 4 minutes, and I'm going to play it like it's a Zapruder film. Here's a black girl talking about more sexist language. Go ahead.
Hey guys, welcome back to Now This. Guys is a simple term. It could mean boys, or if you're modern, hip, it means people. At first glance, guys seems inviting, friendly, maybe warm, even comedic at times. But it, like many male default terms, should not be normalized as an all-encompassing phrase.
Pause. Says who? Says who, fucking brushhead? Put some shaving cream on that and you can fucking do my face. Says who? Says who, Latifah? Who says we can't say this phrase? Why am I playing your game? You fucking raisinette. Go ahead.
As it may seem. While we may understand the word means no real harm, with a deeper look, you'll understand that we've been ignoring the cognitive impact on women as well as gender non-conforming folks by only explicitly addressing the male-identifying individuals present.
Pause.
The meaning of
Pause. It's over for you on the left. It's fucking over. That this is even out there, it's fucking over for you guys. It's over, Johnny.
It's never over. It's not over.
Can't even do an impression. The thing's cracking in my ear. You're going to straighten this out when the show's over.
It's not over. Come back to the airport, people calling us guys and all that vile crap. Baby killer, guys.
Oh, my God. Go ahead.
guys has changed over time. According to the Washington Post,
the
etymologists
Post.
believe it began in the 17th century with a guy named Guy Fawkes,
Oh.
a participant in the failed 1605 gunpowder plot.
Thank you,
He only
Jason.
barely escaped a brutal execution by jumping off a scaffold and breaking his neck.
Oh,
For the
wow.
next few
That's
centuries,
sexist.
those who likened him in fashion, appearance, or intellect were referred to as guys. Eventually, according to the Boston Globe, the term broadened to describe creepy people, then to a generic term for men, and now, some would say, a gender-neutral phrase. For decades, we have set a standard of only addressing the men in the room. Of course, we claim it's colloquial, but with our elevated knowledge and inclusive perspective, it just seems lazy, inconsiderate, and a small part of what reinforces the gender hierarchy today. How is one to feel empowered to speak or assert themselves when upon greeting they're misgendered or even ignored in language?
Look what they show a clip from a commercial from 1958. This is the last time there was a, how? I don't know. How did my mother do it? How did my sister survive this horrible world? You fucking sick little bastards, all of you. This guy should be arrested for his shirt. And look, they have look at this lady. Look at the face on the Polish lady. Nice wallpaper. Jesus Christ. I need a Dramamine to look ahead.
Can we be surprised that for decades women often felt uncomfortable asserting their voice when we didn't even take the time to properly acknowledge them? These linguistic tendencies were developed and reinforced in eras where women were barely meant to be seen and certainly not heard.
Yeah, we call those the good old days.
You're not a bad feminist if you're comfortable with using the phrase guys. There are larger issues that...
Pause. Says who? Says who? I'm busy here. Don't fucking... why are you making all the rules? Oh, girls, you feminists, if you say, hey, guys, that's all right, too. Fucking... I don't care whether you fucking agree with it or not. Where the fuck? Oh my, this is what happens to a decadent society. Rome. You're watching the final days of Rome, where language, the very shit that holds us together is making no sense now. Words don't mean a fucking thing. We can spend time on this shit. You're watching it burn. Where's my fiddle? There are larger issues that we, the feminists, need to combat. Yeah, why don't you start by shaving your fucking pits? Go ahead.
We, the feminists, need to combat. Reproductive rights, rape culture, violence against women, LGBTQ rights, and
Pause.
the general...
You hear all that? You hear all that? You hear all that shit they're victims of? Sex, rape culture, all made up horseshit to further their agenda. Not saying there isn't rape. I'm not saying whatever. But this is such fucking nonsense. But you take your daughter or son, send them to college, because they're very impressionable at that age. This shit soaks in. And now we're swimming in it. We're marinated in this shit. Oh my God, it's fucking laughable. Go ahead, let the little girl speak.
Reprogramming of most people's minds when it comes to the valuation of women in society.
Pause. The reprogramming of our minds. Boy, you didn't try to hide that one, did you? You dumb motherfuckers. We have to fucking brainwash you. You've been brainwashed for hundreds of years. Now we're going to reverse the course. Reprogram us how to think, Deke. Go ahead.
But when you stop valuing the personhood and visibility of individuals, you make it easier to dehumanize them on a macro scale, minimizing his, her, its, their right to respect and equality. I'm not offended, per se, if someone lumps me in with the guys. I'm sure there's
Again, I don't give a fuck if you are or you aren't. Neither is Dave Chappelle. When did this? Is this the fucking world we live in now? If it's a young black girl's offended by it, don't fucking say it. You're bad. It's literally saying you're bad people, we're good people. We are morally superior. You guys were born racist and sexist, and you can't help yourselves. Next time I see her, I will say what I always say to her. Could I get a lid on that Diet Coke? Go ahead.
No malintent. In fact, if you and your friends want to freely address each other, by all means. I just want you to know that you're one small step away from making a more conscious effort to dismantle the patriarchy. Don't believe me? Try walking into a room full of cisgender heterosexual men and triumphantly announce, "Hey gals, okay girls, thanks sis."
Pause. Yeah, try that. You know what? In today's world, they'll all go, "Oh, hi, how are you, Aisha?" Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Go ahead.
I'm sure within 10 minutes, if not seconds, at least one person will correct you. We should all be as protective of our gender identities as a cisgender heterosexual man. We deserve it. So what can you do? Substitute one "hey guys" with a simple "good morning everyone," "hi y'all," folks, everybody, scholars, team if you're at work, campers if you're in the forest, Bayhive because it's always appropriate. You can also just find ways to insert people's names and address everyone present. And when in doubt, say nothing at all. Hey.
Make me a sandwich. Make me a fucking sandwich.
I challenge you to take an extra 0.5 seconds to think about what comes out of your mouth before you say it. Somewhere along the way, you may slip a guy out or two, but thank you in advance for trying. You can say that all of this is silly or too PC, but there are always larger societal implications of language, the way we use it and weaponize it. Face it, the things we do and say matter. So if you do nothing else,
all right, I can't take it anymore. I can't.
A, she was a hooah. B, she was a hooah.
A 5-minute video telling you not to use "hey guys." After she gave me the history of the word "guys," it's actually a guy named Guy Fawkes. It actually takes our side. I don't know how, but it does. Hey guys. And I saw Kat Timpf, who's sharp as a tack. She tweeted about this saying, "Look, I face challenges because I'm a woman, but never, not once in my life have I had a problem," or anybody who, she said, I'm paraphrasing, who is sane has ever had a problem with the phrase "hey guy." Right? Right, Jace?
If that's what's bothering you, you have other problems.
Yes, exactly. Exactly what I was trying to say, but my producer summed it up beautifully. Exactly right. Mental illness. Hey, you want to see liberal politics at work? You know, Flint, Michigan, right? It's always in the paper. I don't even have anything to say about this. Let's just play a clip. This is like a city council meeting in Flint, Michigan, and these are the people. I don't know if they're. I don't think you're elected. Are you to city councils? That's a job you take. Are you? Huh? One guy's nodding, one guy's shaking his head. Doesn't matter. This is who. This is part of our government. This is who's in charge in Flint, Michigan. Go ahead.
Yeah, call your mama, man. Call your mama. You're nasty women.
Talking about white women.
You're nasty women. Maybe it's a cultural difference. Your time is up. You're no longer a councilman. You don't represent people. Shut up and go home.
I
happen to be a black man on the north side. So
I happen to be a black man on the north side. I happen to be. My voice is so deep, I got a cock about a 12-inch python in that motherfucker. The yeas have it and the nays have it up in the motherfucker. Go ahead.
I don't know if she's racist, but she showed Eric Mason's. Don't even step up for it. Call your mama.
I love his voice.
Call your mama. It's gonna stop. Deal with your problem.
Now we gonna have a meeting, and there's gonna be a whole lot of investigation going on. Very sharp.
Here it goes.
It's like one of my shows.
Handpicked cronies come in here and disrupt this thing.
We can't hear anything.
Who is this lady?
I was listening.
I'm a counsel. I know y'all like going after the black folks. You think we should eat with black? I went there, but you ain't got nothing to do with it.
I wanted to play with that.
But complain.
Why does it always have to be a woman like that where I actually have to take the crazy black guy's side? That's how much I don't like her, that little tick like. You see, but this is this is democracy in action. You wonder why if you give a kid a glass of water and, Flint, he's dead in 10 minutes. Oh, my God. Anyways, I think that's enough for today. Just, it goes on and on. There's other clips of him. He's got like a compilation tape. He's like a porn star. Yes, sir. Oh, there you go, Zazam. I think that's it, huh, fellas? Woo! Hey, Thursday, I will be, what am I doing, Skyping in on the Blaze to Glenn Beck show. It's going to be a regular thing, hopefully once a week, for a half hour, which is tremendous. The guy has a huge following, smart as a whip. Remember, I went and did a show live and hit it off beautifully. And I'm honored to do the show. So Thursday, I'm doing that and refresh my memory. Who's going to see that? Anybody?
Well, it'll be available on Blaze TV, obviously.
And then we'll throw up. It'll go through will we grab clips from?
Yeah, we're still working on that.
Yeah, well, you get it done. Okay, that's sort of important. That's the reason I'm doing it. Can somebody help Jay? I feel like Jason's got the weight of the world on his shoulder. Rich, I know you're busy out buying ties.
Look at Deke.
Look at Deke. Deke looked like he was kidnapped and just showed up. Fucking.
Sorry, I've been up for 25 hours.
I don't give a fuck, man. It ain't my problem. You made it here, and I'm happy for you. He had his hoodie on. I go, why are you wearing your hoodie? Oh, my hair's kind of. He takes it off. His head looks like somebody dumped some Castro 4G fucking motor oil. I love my crew. That is it for today. Patreon members, again, go to nickdip.com and spread this stuff, will you, to your friends and stuff. It's blowing up. 500 YouTube subscribers yesterday. Okay? So keep it up, and eventually I'll catch that 13-year-old girl who talks about climate change, who has 87 million. Remember, you guys think it, I will say it. You're very welcome. See you guys same time tomorrow. Take care of yourselves, everybody.